Acts 22, 6-10. As I was on the road approaching Damascus about noon, a very bright light from heaven suddenly shone down around me. I fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to me, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" "Who are you, Lord?" I asked. The voice replied, "I am Jesus the Nazarene, the one you are persecuting." The people with me saw the light but didn't understand the voice speaking to me. I asked, "What should I do, Lord?" And the Lord told me, "Get up, go into Damascus, and there you will be told everything you are to do." As I read this, I had that overwhelming sense of the night I got saved, that night that I gave my life to Jesus. I remember I was 8 years old. It was a Sunday night service, and I waited till the very end. I was a little bit embarrassed to go and do it because I assumed that everyone that was over the age of 8 would already be a Christian, so why wasn't I? And I remember my dad took me up, and it was actually my uncle Steve that actually prayed for me. And I didn't really feel a change. There wasn't anything inside of me. I'd grown up in church, and I'd grown up going to Sunday school, doing all the usual stuff. And so at 8 years old, I didn't really have that life-changing moment. It wasn't like the lights flickered and I suddenly had this moment. But I remember something inside of me almost flicked into gear. And I remember thinking to myself, okay, if I am to follow Christ, if I am to follow God as my parents are and as I see everyone else doing, I need to make changes that will impact me in the future. So I remember getting my Bible and asking my dad to get me a Bible out. And I remember it was actually this exact Bible that I'm holding right now that belonged to my granddad. And he just said to me, start reading through it. And I started reading at different points. I started at Genesis, and I couldn't really get into it. And it wasn't until I actually read Paul's writings that I actually started to understand and get this passion for the Bible. And it's through Paul's writings and through Ephesians and Philippians and those common books of the Bible that I feel so connected to, because that's where I first fell in love with reading the Bible. And so this whole thing of Paul getting up and going to Damascus, this is just an amazing testimony of the start of some of the most amazing writings that we ever saw in the Bible.